Chicago Network is on the air. Hello everybody, I'm Ryan Yanishadis, and for the first time exclusively on the YouTube channel, it's time to focus on the Chicago Cubs 2024. Now, early on in this year, I was just itching to come on and do a show and just be able to rant and say how bad this team is. Screw Jed Hoyer for not going out there and adding more, adding a legit closer, adding something oomph to this team. They blew leads like 8-0 against the San Diego Padres. They had games even on opening day where they had the lead and Azole blows it, and not having a closer and then him out for now till 2025. Just of all these things, I was going to come on here and say, you know what? Screw you, Jed Hoyer, and what you've been able to do. This is the third biggest market. This team should be playing better. But then they shut me up because now they are 3 games out of a wild card spot going into Labor Day. And I said if they were 3 games out on Labor Day, I would not come on here and bash the team. They have a chance, and they are still alive going into Labor Day, which is crazy after being so many games out the division. Different story. The Milwaukee Brewers every year seem to just shock me. I thought it was the Craig Counsell effect. But maybe it's the Craig Counsell effect working with the Cubs right now, because it seems this is the time of year Craig Counsell gets the most out of his teams. Every year, it just seems like the Brewers were hot in September. Hopefully that's happening with this Cub team. They just finished a 6-0 road trip where they're averaging at least 10 runs a game, ladies and gentlemen. They were able to take out the Pirates, and especially when they were down 10-3, bounce back to win that game. They're able to take control of the Nationals over the weekend. Now the Pirates come in, and then Anthony Rizzo returns Friday with a weekend set with the Yankees. So a very big series. So right now I am happy to say this team is still alive. But what they're gonna have, the storm they're gonna have to weather. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for this team. Yes, they have 3 with Pittsburgh, and you don't think, and either going, and when this airs, they're either going to be 2.5 out of a wild card or 3.5, because depending on how they do Monday, is going to be, so the updated standings is right there, excuse me, the schedule will be up in a sec. The updated standings is right there. And so it's going to be one or the other, because the Braves are off on Monday. They lost a few heartbreakers in Philadelphia, so helping the Cubs. And so we'll see if they'll be 2.5 or 3.5 out with when this airs on Tuesday. And I think overall you got to be happy. But the thing I'm worried about is the 6 games after this. So take care of business against the Pirates, 2 out of 3. Never expect a sweep. Take at least 2 out of 3. Got to face Paul Skeens for the 4th time. They got him in the 3rd time. They were able to hit him. The Cubs wanted to keep giving that game away. The Pirates did. So now you're at home. Hopefully we'll see this team continue to play that baseball, at least win 2 out of 3. But then the 6 after that. 3 against the Yankees, 3 in LA against the Dodgers. This is 2 teams that could be playing each other in the World Series. It's going to be a tough stretch. If this team can go in, be by next Friday in Colorado, if they're still 2, 3, maybe even 4 games out, they're still alive. Anything after that, it's going to be very tough to come back from. So this could be their kryptonite, them 6 games. We'll see how they play against them, but them are the ones. Because then you got an easier schedule the rest of the way with a series with Philly. If Philly could have it wrapped up. But the Cubs, we'll see where they're at, but I think that stretch starting from Friday to the following Wednesday is the stretch that's going to tell you where this team will be and if they are still alive in a playoff spot. So that's my big case right there. And then, of course, they are 2.5 or 3.5 out going into play today as they welcome in the Pirates for Game 2. Paul Skeens on the mound for Pittsburgh. So it should be fun to see if the Cubs can continue this role. And when we cover them next week on The Focus, where they will be in the middle of the series with the Los Angeles Dodgers. So we'll kind of get a taste of if they'll be in that 2, 3, 4 mark in the wild card, because the Braves, they play the Blue Jays next week, and I believe they play the Rockies this week. So we will see what happens there as the Cubs are alive in a playoff push. I'm not going to bitch at Jed Hoyer. This team is getting the best. Craig Counsell is getting the best out of his team, and the best way to prove it, to prove to your GM, okay, you don't want to help us out, you want to just figure things out, well, you know what, we're going to go out there and win, and that's exactly what this Cub team is at. So it's fun baseball on the north side of Chicago. Please like the video. Comment on the video. Let me know what you think of the 2024 Chicago Cubs, and do you believe they still have an opportunity? I think they're still alive. But I don't think, if I had to put my money on it, I say they miss out because of that 6-game stretch coming up. But prove me wrong, Chicago Cubs, like you've been doing all year. Let's see what you can do. So that'll do it for us. Like the video, comment on the video, and then subscribe to the YouTube page, Hello Chicago Network. Today, every weekday after this, 3:12 Central Time, we're focusing on Chicago sports. Everyone, that'll do it for me. I am Ryan Yanishadis, and I'm telling you, well, this is the Hello Chicago Network, and we are the focus of Chicago sports.